What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn. I'm bringing you guys our Week 2 match of W.A.I.L.O.R.D, or the Wonderful Amateur Invitational League of Ridiculous Drafts. This week we're taking on Jed's brother Zach and the Adelaide Redraks. Um, we are playing him in W.A.I.L.O.R.D. Where's my team? There's my team. So, I'm gonna hop right into the game because we're doing a live of this, and he's streaming at the moment. So, I'm just gonna say good luck, have fun, and I think we'll just leave it at that for now. So his team consists of Uxie, Aerodactyl, which is a Z user, Manectric, Jellicent, Alolan Raticate, Sock, Carbink, Serena, Comfy, Dragonair, Mudsdale, Alolan Raticate, Sock, Carbink, and Dragonair all being Z users as well. I was not expecting Dragonair, Alolan Raticate, Sock, or Carbink, none of which are coming. So this is pretty much just what I expected. He's got priority in the Comfy with Wake Draining, Kiss, Giga Drain shenanigans. I'm expecting Manectric to be Scarf. I don't know what to expect out of Aerodactyl. Don't know what to expect out of Uxie. Don't know what to expect. Mudsdale's probably defensive. Jellicent's probably defensive. So it's looking like he's got a very defensive team. I would imagine that Uxie's probably a little bit more, especially offensive, based on what's going on here. If you haven't seen my team builder, then you should check that out. Otherwise, I'll sort of run through my team really quickly here. He didn't actually bring any removal. Well, no, he's got Arrow and Comfy for removal. So we're Belly Drum Slurpuff. Pretty standard-ish Slurpuff Belly Drum set. This kind of just wins. My plan is to lead with it and break his team down for Scarf Rampardos and Spexion Mega. We're reasonably offensive Rotom-Mow, but we're also defensive. There to take Manectric hits. We are a Calm Mind setup Duosion, and we don't see Alolan Raticate, which means that this can put in the finest of work. And I'm running a physically defensive Shelmet. So I don't really have a good check to Aerodactyl anyways, but I'm just going to lead with the Slurpuff, I think, and get a Belly Drum off, because that was the whole game plan in the first place. So I'm pretty sure he's leading with this to get rocks up. Oh, my team's too nervous to eat berries. Well, that kind of sucks. So he could actually be Sash, which I would be worried about now. So I'm actually going to go right into Rotom-Mow. Because I do think he's going to get up rocks, right? How does Unnerve... Does Unnerve work for the rest of the game? Like, can I never eat my Citrus Berry now? Unnerve not only prevents consumption of a berry. Wait. Is it only when he's on the field? It sounds like it's... wait, what? Okay, so I'm thinking that it's only when he's on the field. Pretty sure... yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only when he's on the field then. Okay, so I'm going into Rotom-Mow here as he goes into Mudsdale. Okay, so I'm actually fine with that because Rotom-Mow just kind of beats Mudsdale. But I should have just set up the Belly Drum in his face. Rotom-Mow against Mudsdale. Let's say he's banded. I mean, Leaf Storm's killing, but like if he's max HP, Leaf Storm's still killing. So there's really no play other than Leaf Storming here, I think. Because I don't want rocks on my side. And he's got 3 rockers on his team. He doesn't have a good switch into this Leaf Storm. And I can always Volt Switch out afterwards or burn something afterwards. I'm pretty sure Slurpuff can still kind of just like destroy this team, but I'm not entirely sure on that, so. We'll see. No one's joining. This is Zach's first ever league. This is his second ever match, so I'm not gonna talk a lot about sort of what's going on because I know how new he is to the format. Well, I'm sorry, I will on my side, but I'm not gonna be like he should have made this play kind of thing because Zach doesn't necessarily inherently know that right off the bat. But so it's kind of nice that he's starting out in the tier 3 and below league because it's so there's so much less to know in a tier 3 and below league, you know, because you're just playing with like baby mons and like mons that aren't good enough for tier 1 and 2 normally in a regular draft league. So I think it's really cool that he's doing this. I think I genuinely think it's pretty cool that he's into this and is playing with us. So oh yeah, did I mention I was physically defensive Shellman? I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know if that was for. It was mostly there for the sock and the Serena. That's pretty much what it was there for. It could wall the Eradicate as well, but he didn't bring a lot of physical attackers. Like, it's pretty much just Mudsdale Aerodactyl at this point for his physical attackers, which Rotom-Mow can reasonably take on. Like, if he's got Ice Fang on Aerodactyl, right? Like, what's that doing to me? I mean, it's doing a lot. So is Stonehenge, actually. So I can't really take it. Okay, so he switches into Uxie, he takes 42. And we don't see leftovers. 42 seems like standard from FizzDef. I'm gonna no, I'm not gonna Will-O-Wisp. I'm gonna Volt Switch now. If he goes into Manectric, that's an amazing play, and I'm screwed. If he goes into Manectric right here, maybe I should Willow. I'm gonna Willow. I don't know, man. Because, like, if he goes Manectric, right? Okay, no, actually, I'm going to go right into Slurpuff now. I'm just going to hard switch into Slurpuff. I'm going to bluff that I'm Scarf, or, like, well, I can bluff that I'm Scarf, actually, because I didn't show an item. And that's Scarf damage if he was to calc for Scarf variant, which, if he's searching up Rotom-Mow, he's going to get the choice Scarf variant right there, right? So I'll go right back into Slurpuff, and then I can Belly Drum up, get my Berry. If he's Sash Arrow, then I can live 2 hits, I think. What are you going to go for? He goes for Light Screen. Alright, well, I'm fine with that because... Okay, so he's Light Clay. He's a Light Clay variant, probably then. Yeah, now's the time to Belly Drum. Because I can break... if he's got a Reflect up, I can still break through his team, right? Slurp it up. +6. What? No, I can't? Are you kidding me? Yo, this thing's bulky. Please don't set up a Reflect right here. That'd be so obnoxious. Oh, he just goes into Mudsdale. Okay. So I'm +6. We got our Citrus Berry and our Unburden. No, we didn't get our Citrus Berry because of Unnerve. That's so annoying. Oh my god. Okay, Mudsdale. We could just, like, lose this Mon because of Unnerve. That's a pain. He doesn't have Reflect up. +6 player up is killing. Oh, wow, he's FizzDef. He's FizzDef. And he killed me. Okay, well, that strategy didn't work out. I was really hoping that that strategy was going to work, and it ended up failing entirely, sort of just smacking me in the face with how poorly that worked out. So, that's fun. I think it's probably time to get a T-Spike up. I can get a T-Spike up right here. I think that's the play. Just get a T-Spike up. T-Spike's going to be really annoying for him. He could have Defog on the Comfy, but poisoning the Comfy could also be really useful for me. Damn, he was fully FizzDef, Mudsdale. Wasn't he? Yeah, he was. He's fully FizzDef, Mudsdale, for sure. He lived on 11, so I did 89. I mean, that's a mid-roll for fully FizzDef. There was no way I was killing, so it doesn't really matter. Because he came in on full, but, you know, that's the potential of what could have happened there. So Shellman, bringing in Shellman here. He's not doing a whole lot to me unless he's got the Rock Slide. Leech Life won't kill him after a T-Spike, especially because he's +1 defense now. So yeah, Leech Life's not doing crap to him. So he can easily set up Zone Rocks here, unless he's FizzDef with an Assault Vest, which would be an interesting set. Actually, that sounds like something that I would run. So he's just going to switch in the Arrow, go for the Unnerve, get my T-Spike up, and now I'm going to switch back into Rotom, I think. Am I going to switch back into Rotom? I mean, I don't really have a switch into this thing is the problem. So maybe I just spike up here and hope that he doesn't defog. Okay, so he Rock Slides me, does 40, and I flinch. The flinch kind of sucks there. Aerodactyl. Rock Slide over Stone Edge. Rock Slide. 49. Okay, so that's Life Orb. He's not Life Orb. Yeah, that's about right-ish. I'm just gonna recover. Get some HP back. We can confirm that the Uxie is now Light Clay. Confirm that now. Which stops you on Mega a little bit. I mean, Scarf Rampardos is still looking clean, especially with Mudsdale at the HP that it's at. Mudsdale's really chipped, which is super good for me. And Uxie is really chipped as well. If he's Fizdef Uxie, right? If he's Fizdef Uxie against Rampardos, Rock Slide's not killing him yet. He needs to be chipped a little bit more for Uxie to die. Manectric, if he's Scarf Manectric, I would be shocked, but it's entirely possible. Okay, Manectric's just dying and Comfy, which could potentially kill me with Giga Drain. I'm not entirely sure on that. No, he can't kill me with Giga Drain, but does a lot. Rock Slide's not killing Comfy yet, but Comfy will be taking that damage. Okay, so please don't flinch me again. Nice, clean. Okay, so I can just kind of recover again here. He's just gonna keep Rock Sliding me. Please don't flinch. Yeah. And then I'll recover again, because he's doing less than 50, so if I can get up to a decent amount of HP here, then I can put myself in a decent spot. So he actually might be Scarf based on this set, which would be very strange to me that he'd be Scarf against me, because my fastest things are only base 95 and Aerodactyl's base 130, so he doesn't need to be, like, he could be Scarf, right? But it would make more sense if he's bringing a Scarfer for it to be Manectric, because he's not giving up the speed to outrun Darmanitan and Yanmega, although Aerodactyl does revenge both of them very well, so that could be why he'd be running Scarf if he was to run Scarf. Okay, so he's not Scarf, he's got the rocks up there. I'm gonna get a Spike off now. The rocks are super obnoxious, so I can't bring on Mega until I get a Defog off, which is also gonna suck because I've got my own stuff to work with here. So I'm gonna go Rotom now. See how much this Rock Slide is gonna do to me. It's not doing a whole lot. It's not killing me at the very least. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here in case he wants to go for it again. And then I'm actually gonna have to Defog, which is obnoxious because Yanmega can't. Well, hang on. I could put myself in a position where Yanmega can come in and win, regardless of the rocks. But is Yanmega taking a hit from Comfy? Not really. Not really. So that's something that could be a problem there. So if this arrow has Ice Fang, then my Rotom is dead, and I'm in a really horrible position. I think I would probably have to bring in Rampardos here and start clicking Rock Slide, because Jellicent is going to take damage and the poison. So if Jellicent switches in on Rampardos, or sorry, that's not the right set. Is that the right set? No, that's not the right set. No one runs that set. Physically defensive against I mean, Bug Buzz is like doing so much to it, right? But Rampardos, I mean, Rock Slide's two-shotting it, so he can't really switch in. Okay, that's not fully Fizdef. If he's fully Fizdef, Rock Slide's potentially it's two-shotting him after the spike. He does have the Ice Fang. Oh, I lived on one. Don't flinch me. Nice. We get the burn. Okay, the burn's pretty clutch there. I really don't want to click Defog on his rocks is the problem here. And I don't feel safe clicking Volt Switch either. I kind of just want to go on into a Devotion now. Like, Rotom's not living the rocks, right? But I could use it as a sack later, instead of just giving up this kill to the arrow here. What was that roll anyways? Did I just live? Did I just live on a roll? Aerodactyl. Physical attacker, no Life Orb. Ice Fang was doing 47.3 to 56.4. Yeah, so it was a roll. It was a roll. So I don't know about that one. I can't really go into Shellmet on this. I can go into Shellmet on Mudsdale and reset up my spikes and stuff, which I actually think might be banded based on him having Heavy Slam and then switching on my Shellmet. I think he's probably banded because he would have rock coverage for Yanmega on the Mudsdale, unless he's only going with Heavy Slam. So do I go into Duo? The question is, do I go into Duosion here or do I stay in with Rotom-Mow? So Rotom-Mow is obviously dying, but how much is Duosion taking? And he could very easily have Pursuit or like Crunch on this set, so he's not Stone Edge. We know that. We know he's Rock Slide, which is good. You don't really want to run Stone Edge ever. So I'm not taking crap from this. So I can just sack Rotom and go into Duosion. So I'm gonna leave Storm here. He's just gonna kill me. That's fine. Fine with me. He's burnt, so he doesn't threaten my Duosion, and Duosion can kind of just set up now and clean through his team potentially. Because I don't know if he's got anything for my Duosion anymore. So I'm going to set up a Calm Mind right now, and we'll sort of see how this goes. I would imagine burnt Aerodactyl is still killing on Mega after Rocks. Oh yeah, easily. So that's a problem. But he can't. The thing is that Arrow. Well, can he switch in? No, he can't switch in actually. Arrow kind of just dies to a Bug Buzz, but I can't go on Yon Mega on this. But Arrow cannot switch in on Yon Mega now because Tinted Lens Bug Buzz blows it back if he's offensive. So the thing is that it's likely going to be more of a roll because he's not going to be running max speed. There's no reason for him to run max speed. In fact, he can actually run Adamant, and I have been calculating for Adamant. Excuse me, but he can be running Adamant. And he doesn't even have to be max speed Adamant to outspeed my entire team. So that's the thing there. I was really hoping the Slurpuff Sweep would work. Unnerve really kind of screwed me over. I definitely forgot about Aerodactyl's Unnerve. And yeah, not having my Citrus Berry pop there really sucked. I mean, not that it mattered, right? Because Mudsteel was living the hit anyways. I didn't really calc to see if Mudsteel was living a +6 player off, but clearly it was, so I did feel like Belly Drum Slurpuff kind of just swept through his team. I should have waited a little bit to get the Belly Drum off of there. It's like my second game ever using Slurpuff. I don't even run it on ladder, so we'll sort of see how that plays out for me in the future. But Rampardo's looking good as long as I don't miss any Rock Slides. As soon as Comfy's a little bit more chipped, and Uxie needs to be a little bit more chipped, and Comfy needs to be a little more chipped, and Jellicent needs to be chipped for Rampardos to clean. But I think that might be my win con at this point, is Rampardos cleaning his team. Especially now that we know that Aerodactyl isn't Scarf. Okay, so he just goes into Manectric, which can't do anything to me. Especially when I'm +1 Duosion. Actually, he could Roar me. I don't know if Magic Guard stops Roar. But if he's Scarf right now, and I'm +1/+1... yeah, he's really not doing anything to me. And Psychic's actually Psychic's killing this. Yeah, that Thunderbolt did nothing. Bye. Sorry. 22.5 from Thunderbolt means that he wasn't running max special attack investment? Strange. Yeah, it looks like he wasn't running max special attack investment. So this Duosion could potentially win right here. I'm really hoping he brings in something like Jellicent. If he's Comfy with Taunt, then I could be in a really bad position. But I'm hoping he just brings in Jellicent here so that I can continue setting up Calm Minds on it. Oh, look at that. He brings in the Jellicent. So Jellicent's not doing anything to me either. He could, like, Shadow Ball me. Like, let's say he's got Shadow... Okay, I mean, I guess he could taunt me as well. He could taunt me with this. So Shadow Ball's still doing nothing, right? So I can actually Calm Mind again. I can Calm Mind again and then recover. Oh, he's got Giga Drain. Okay, well, I'm just going to set up to +6 on the Jellicent then. Do I need to set up to +6? What do I need to set up to beat his team? Comfy. I need to be +4 to beat his team. Toxic's not doing anything because of Magic Guard. So this is a pretty free +4 to me. I can get the +4 right here and then recover and then kill. And that should... oh, hang on, no, maybe I do want to be +6 because Uxie could come in and light screen. So, Comfy behind a light screen. Yeah, +4 is not cutting it. +6 isn't really cutting it either, to be honest. But I kind of need to be +6. Okay, so he brings in the arrow. This thing might have crunch. I eat it. and I can recover. Maybe I should have gone for the hit there. Could have just taken out the fastest thing on his team. Yeah, Rock Slide's not doing anything to me either, and I got the recover off. Okay, that's really solid, so now I can just Psychic this. Get rid of the arrow here. I'm a +4 Duosion sitting in front of this arrow. I should take out Light Screen, because that's not it's not active at the moment. Yeah, Psychic's blowing arrow back. Oh, it's actually blowing back the Jellicent as well. And he got the Cursed Body, which really, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much it matters, because I can just Shadow Ball here. There's the Draining Kiss, it's not doing a whole lot. I mean, +4 Shadow Ball. I mean, +4 Shadow Ball is not killing. That's kind of interesting to me. But I don't really need any more Calm Minds, so I'm just going to keep Shadow Balling this. The Cursed Body on the Psychic kind of sucks. Synthesis isn't saving the Comfy, unfortunately. So that goes down. Mudseal's going to go down to the Spike, actually. Yeah. Uxie will die to a Shadow Ball, and Arrow will die to a Shadow Ball. So it looks like we're going to pick up a 4-0 win here over Zach. Really well played by Zach, actually. He surprised me with a few things. Is the Light Screen? Okay, that's... I don't know how much the Light Screen matters for Arrow is the thing. It does, actually. It does matter. So he could potentially flinch me to death here. I may have spoken too soon. Yeah, he got me with a few really good sets. He's going to flinch me with Ice Fang, I think. So I can two-shot him. Oh, of course with the Spit F drop, I two-shot him as well. And I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to Psychic now. So, yeah. Oh, his last move was Earthquake. So, GG to Zach. Pretty good game. I'm not entirely disappointed with the outcome of this at all. I think he played super well. My Duosion set was... My Duosion set kind of just won when Raticate didn't show up, honestly. He didn't really have anything for my Duosion when he didn't bring Serena with knockoff. He didn't bring knockoff on the Uxie. I'm not entirely sure either. He didn't bring Sock and he didn't bring Raticate. So, like, he only brought one knockoff user, potentially, for my 3 Violet users. And Duosion kind of just got to set up for free, basically, because I was super duper bulky. And I think Duosion actually picked up all 6 kills minus Mudseal. So, we'll see what's going on. Yeah, it's a baby mon. So, no one uses it. Saying that he didn't have any calcs for Duosion, which is, yeah, that's pretty standard for Duosion. I think, like, when you look at the custom set for Duosion, right? Let's pop it. It's only mine. Like, it's either blank set or mine. So he doesn't have anything to work off of, right? And it's his second game ever, so he's working with the calculator to see how things are going. So, anyways, that's it for me. Next week, let me check who we're playing next week. I think it's Gordon. Yeah, we play Gordon Sign and the Washington Archons next week. So keep an eye out for that, and I will catch you guys later.